Good afternoon, lovies. How's everybody doing this fine Wednesday? My name is Christy, and welcome to the Taste and Talk, where we're going to talk about better food choices. Okay? And again, if I look down, I'm looking at my notes because I don't want to forget what I want to tell y'all about making better food choices. But let me share this one little thing with you about, since I've been doing these taste and talks since Monday, right? And getting ready to do my taste and talks with you guys, I have to understand what I'm talking about, right? Which means I have to do a lot of research and reading. And I'm loving it because now not only am I finding out information that's helpful to share with you, the information is making me go, aha, that's what I should be doing. Because you hear stuff, people tell you stuff, you hear a lot of things, but when you actually get down to the nitty gritty of it, you be like, that is not hard at all. It just seems so hard. And I guess it's because people give you a lot of information. So hopefully the information I share that I found for me to share with you makes it a little clearer for you. So let's talk about making better food choices, right? We want to make better food choices that are supportive to our health. We're not perfectionism, because we're not perfect. I don't know if you can probably get a routine that perfectly works for you that might not perfectly work for me. So we want to find our perfect routine in choosing better foods. You know, this is not eating perfectly every day, because we have cheat days, and you should have cheat days, because if you severely restrict your food, it's not going to be fun. Food should be fun, okay? It shouldn't be your end all to be all, but it should be fun. So we want to make better food choices, and one better choice can shift the rest of your day. So let's start with awareness. So I found out that a lot of our food choices are emotional, rushed, and convenient. Okay, I can testify to the emotional part because I am a recovering emotional eater. If I'm extremely sad, I want to eat. If I'm extremely happy, I want to eat because I want to celebrate, right? So, and of course, rushed and convenient. We're rushed. We have a lot on our plate for the day, so we just drive in somewhere, or we forgot to take something out, so we just call in something and have something door dashed or Uber eat it over, right? So the first step is noticing what is driving our choices. Like I said, I'm a recovering emotional eater. So the next thing is we want to make the next choice better. So if breakfast was off, meaning normally we skipped it, lunch can still be better. So instead of thinking, well, I skipped breakfast because I was in a rush, lunch, I didn't have time to make a lunch. This is if you work outside the home. I'll just go by, Burger King, Taco Bell, somewhere and get something. No, don't do that. Because even if, well, you know what? Yeah, you can do that because they do have good things on their menu. They have salads. You don't have to get the fried chicken down at Popeyes. You can get one of those garden salads at Whataburger, right? So what if yesterday was a heavy day? Nothing went right. All the bad food choices, but you're here today. So today can be lighter. Today you can make a better choice. Better food choices are built at one meal at a time, not feeling guilty when you have to choose to eat. So like today, before I left to go to the doctor today, I meant to take out some beef sausages because I knew they would be thawed out by the time I got back. And I could put it with some mixed vegetables and a rice. Make a little stir fry, right? I'm sitting at the train station and I go, oh my God, I forgot to take something out. So at the doctor's office, they do have a Starbucks in there. So they have the lunch counter and they have lunch specials. So I was like, well, either I'm going to... Now, I could have made the choice to just come home and eat the veggies and the rice. I didn't do that. What I did do, though, was get the turkey sandwich, the baked chips, and instead of getting the soda that's part of the combo, I got a juice. I got a cranberry juice. So was it a better choice? Probably not. But was it a good choice? I think so. Because I could have come home and it was cheaper. Because I could have came home, yes, one, ate the veggies. Two, Uber Eated something that would have been $30 instead of the I think it was $12.07, something like that. $10.07. Maybe it was $10.07. That sounds right. Yeah, that was right. $10.07, because I thought about it. It's my birthday. $10.07. Yeah. Right? So I don't feel guilty about that. Because when I got home, my knees were a little check engine lighty, right? And I needed to get cleaned up from being outside, being at the doctor's office, eat something, and put my feet up. So a nice sandwich, some baked chips, and a juice, I win, right? And simplicity helps keep things consistent. Better choices don't have to be fancy. Don't have to be fancy. Think simple. More water, more protein, fewer mindless snacks, smaller portions, and less late night eating. One, hi Nikki, how are you? One, that's my thing. I got to do better with water because believe it or not, water fills you up, right? Protein, you stay fuller longer. Good, clean protein, right? And then fewer mindless snacks. Now, it's just me, so I don't buy snacks. If I don't buy them, I won't eat them. Now, when I go to my sister's house, that's the time I get to snack. Or at my daughter's house, that's when I get to have those little mindless snacks, right? Because it's not all the time. And then smaller portions. Some people adhere to the rule of thumb where you eat 3 to 4 little meals a day. It's just me. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to eat 2 meals. I like to intermittent fast, have my lunch, and then have a dinner. That's what I like to do. And definitely no late night snacking. So you have to set yourself up. Set yourself up before hunger takes over. So keep it easy. If you feel snackish, have things that's ready to snack on. Like now, I told y'all yesterday, the refrigerator killed my cucumbers. But normally I would have some cucumbers in there, some celery sticks, carrot sticks. So I set myself up to have good snacks, right? So that you have better options around. Jell-O, that's my favorite all-time. That's my favorite snack and my dessert. Now, I don't maybe choose the best Jell-O on the market because I get the Sonic Green Apple. So it's a little bit more sugar, but I add a little bit more water. You know, I water it down just a little bit more, but it still tastes like green apple, Jolly Rancher green apple, right? Okay, and don't wait until you are starving to decide to eat. If you work from home, like my sister, she works from home, and you get busy, you have to, I made a suggestion to her in her home office, because she has a nice home office and salon set up. Okay. Oh, sugar-free popsicles? Yeah, exactly. Maybe because she do that, she'll get caught up in her work. getting the doctor's credentials and everything, that sometimes she forgets to eat. I said, well, why don't you, because she had bought a little refrigerator for her husband's truck, right? And they didn't need it because his truck, I am horrible, and you know I'm. Girl, what you been snacking on? Anyway, so she had bought this little refrigerator. So I suggested, well, why don't you put the refrigerator, since you're not going to take it back, in your office and put your juices and your snacks and make you some lunch and put it in your refrigerator. That way it's in there in your office, ready to go. So you have to set yourself up instead of waiting until you starving to eat something. So planning ahead helps reduce impulsive choices. Okay? So for me, one of the reasons we're here on Taste and Talk, I want to show you some support tools that can help, right? So one thing that can help is our ISO control. This suppresses your appetite. This helps you control the munchies. It can be part of your routine for portion control before meals. Planning is a great popcorn, Cheerios, and M&M's. Okay, popcorn, check. Cheetos. Well, if you're gonna cheat and eat Cheetos, you certainly can't eat them fluffy Cheetos, the baked ones. That's nasty. And the M&Ms, this is the way we're gonna look at the M&Ms. Chocolate, they say, is good for you. Do that make it better for you, Missy Shanda? We're gonna go with the chocolate is good for you. But our product, the ISO Control, this is our GLP-1 helper. This helps get your insulin spikes together, because we have the hormone in our body, GLP-1, but as we get older, it slows down. Ours doesn't come with the side effects of the other national brands. You know, I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, but this is all natural, and it helps curb your appetite, and it can curb it so hard you might forget to eat taking these, because you take one before lunch and one before dinner. Okay, see, Shandon, my sister said get the skinny pop. Okay, so this is good for helping you with portion control. I love this. I take one in the morning, and I have the original formula, but I still take one in the morning and one later in the day. Okay, then we have my favorites. This is my favorite right here. Hey Sean, how you doing? You having a good day, sweetie? This is my favorite right here, the resolution drops, because before we had the control, we had these resolution drops. We used to call these lipo in a bottle. These can help with your evening snacking monster gets really loud. This is what I use to curb my sugar cravings. This right here, when I feel like I need something a little sweet, you know how we do. Oh, I just need something just a little sweet right about now. Instead, one, I don't buy it. And two, I can still get it because Instacart goes to 7-Eleven. But I don't do that. I get my resolution drops. I have a bottle by my bed, and I have a bottle in the kitchen right on top of the stove. I got a little spice shelf on my stove. This is my spice. Okay? This is my spice. This curbs them snacky monsters really good. Really good. And then, of course, you have to have nutrition to help control hunger. I tell y'all all the time, if you don't ever do nothing, get you some NutriBurst. This fits into the day when you want to start with something positive. Get your nutrition in. Now, like for me today, I had one this morning with y'all on the morning pour. But I'll have a second one today because I've been outside. I went to the doctor. I've been on the train, out in public. Everybody don't still wear their mask. I still wear my mask when I'm out. So I'll take an extra one today just to curb, the outside elements. Because I'm not going to say what I ain't supposed to say because I'm not getting in trouble, right? And then, of course, there's my all-time favorite. Y'all should know what my all-time favorite is. Delgado! This has Garcinia kombucha in it. Curbs your appetite. It's got the green coffee beans. It's got mushroom in it. Matter of fact, I didn't have my Delgado this morning because I don't like to drink it before I go to the doctor because I like to enjoy my coffee. I don't just be drinking it to be drinking it. I drink it to enjoy it. So guess what I'm having while I'm talking to y'all? Having me an iced Delgado. Right here. Okay. And then we have a whole host of Iaso teas that help, that can be part of your evening reset. The OG of it all, the original brew tea, this stuff right here will get you straight. This helps get rid of unnecessary inflammation because inflammation on your body is a no-no. You don't want no inflammation on your body. This right here, that'll help with that. This is perfect. 2 8-ounce glasses a day of this, or 16 ounces all at once, get you straight. And then if you don't want to brew the tea, if sitting up brewing tea is not what you want, it comes in the instant form because see, these two don't have any flavors. These don't have flavors. I actually use the instant Iaso. Well, this is what I do. I make the brew tea. The base of my coffee, my 16 ounces, is not water. It's the brew tea. Then I add my coffee, and then I also put one of these in there. Because I'm going to keep my digestive system flowing smoothly. I don't want to get backed up. I don't want to do none of that, right? So these don't have any flavor. This is good hot. This one is good hot. If you like hot tea in the evening, this one is good hot. But if you don't want the non-flavored ones, we have flavors. We have the lemonade. We have watermelon, which is my favorite of the flavors, and tropical punch. 2 of these at night, depending on your work schedule. If you are a 9-to-5er, my suggestion is have 2 of these in the evening, so you have your experience first thing in the morning and you feeling lighter and ready to go for the day. So if you need a little flavor in your life, you got flavor. But that's what these things added to your routine of making better food choices. These are here to help you. We're going to curb that appetite, get rid of the sweetened snack monsters, have some good old coffee. Not everybody likes coffee, but I would venture to say at least 95% of the population likes coffee. Okay? And then your nutrition. You got to have a good vitamin. You got to. Because our food nowadays is grown to feed what used to be a population of 10 people is now trying to feed a population of 250 people all at one time. So we got to add back some nutrition, okay? And then we want to keep the digestion system going. We want to keep our colon nice and cleaned out, right? So we got help for that. So food choices can be connected to your feelings. Better choices are easier when you are rested, hydrated, and less stressed. And that's so true. When I don't sleep well at night, I wake up hungry. And I told you I'm a recovering emotional eater. So if I'm stressed, I'm going to want to eat. When your energy is low, quick comfort foods become more tempting. This is why wellness habits work together. You got to have a good system of products that help fill in the gaps, right? When we're not making really good choices. You want to focus on patterns, not one meal. One meal does not define your journey. The goal is to improve your overall pattern and health. Okay? Better choices repeated over time lead to better results. If you have to repeat a favorite meal a few times a week, that's okay. And then you add another favorite meal. And then you add another favorite meal. And your choices get better. So, always ask yourself before you go in there snacking, am I really hungry or am I thirsty? Sometimes you're just dehydrated and you need a big old glass of water. Or say, what will make me feel better? Will this make me feel better after I eat it? More than likely not. And do I need food, water, rest, or a reset? Sometimes, if you really need a sweet treat, have some coffee. My coffee is my sweet treat, right? So, give yourself grace while staying honest, okay? Grace doesn't mean ignoring habits and routines. It means being truthful without beating yourself up. Better food choices grow when shame is removed and support is added. And if support is something you need, I have a Telegram group, My Health, My Rules. I post exercise routines. I post, I got to get better about posting my workout results. And I post what foods are in season for this day. I don't typically talk about the products, but I'll start talking about the products over there. And sometimes I just post how I'm feeling that day. Look, today wasn't a good day, yada, 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 because it's a private, safe space. So you can go to my site, ChristyLShed.com, join the group. It's free. It's free. So, in closing, better food choices are not about punishment. They are about caring for yourself, because our body is our temple, right? It's a temple. In a way that helps you feel stronger, lighter, and more in control, one decision at a time. So I've offered you why we need to make better food choices, giving you some tips on how to make a few better food choices, and some nutritional help to get you there. So I hope you've enjoyed my Taste and Talk, Better Food Choices, today on Wednesday. Because I enjoyed being here. I enjoyed looking up the information. And I enjoyed bringing it to you, right? So, go and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Think about making some better food choices. Maybe have your little Delgado on ice, okay? And if the snack monsters hit you, get some resolution drops. All right? All right. Be good. Be great. Talk to you tomorrow at 4 here. Okay? I forget what we're going to talk about on Thursday. I have a whole schedule of stuff for us to do, right? All right. Be good. Be great. Talk to you tomorrow, 4 o'clock, right here. Love you. Smooches. Bye. Later, Gators.